Hey, what's up, guys? It's Buzz, and I'm here with another episode of this great game called Everlasting Summer. Last time we left off, I don't remember. We did stuff, and a crayfish was being tortured by a little girl, and there was this weird. Nah, let's just continue on. Oh, I forgot. What? Okay. It was obvious that Olga Dmitrievna and her pioneers have already searched every nook and cranny of the camp, roamed the length and breadth of it. So probably it's not worth looking for Shurik in the cantina on the beach, or in the cybernetics clubs. It was his second home, or maybe even his first. Thus, it might be worth looking around the surrounding forest. Didn't plan to go far into the forest, otherwise it might be me who'll be searching they'll be searching for tomorrow. Didn't really visit the countryside often. I just stayed in a country house every summer during my childhood. But that one was very close to the city. But in this camp, it was possible to find everything I hadn't seen for so long. Overwhelming vegetation, singing birds, and fresh air. I found a meadow and sat on a stump. How peaceful this place is. But where in the world is Shurik? Actually, he could have been taken against his will. This camp is far from normal, so pioneer disappearance should not be all that strange. An intriguing possibility that could it be the work of whichever force sent me here, or is it just some separate local entity doing? Lost in my own thoughts, I didn't notice how the grass before me started moving. I looked closely and saw a squirrel. It approached me carefully and stared at my hands. Probably used to getting fed here. Sir friend, I don't have anything with me. Of course the squirrel could not understand me and continued to just sit there waiting for treats. I felt sorry for it because I didn't even have a crumb of bread in my pocket. I realized that I'm even ashamed to look it in the eyes and decided to move on. Damn. And some more wandering, I came to the washstands. Turns out that he is not in the forest either. At least not in the surrounding area. And going further is just frightening. I walked to the washstands, took off my shirt and tried to wipe myself down. I was all sweaty. However, it wasn't easy. I won't be able to get into the wash bowl, and there isn't even a ladle. Suddenly, I heard footsteps from behind. I turned around. Electronic was walking my direction.
Looking for Shurik?
Yes. You too?
Me too.
Listen, you know him better. Where could he have gone?
I don't have a clue.
He answered sadly. Well, I just don't understand why everyone has such a fuss during the night. Wasn't he in the cabin with you? Then he can't have been gone for too long. Maybe he went for a walk.
You don't know Shurik,
said Electronic excitedly.
He's fanatically dictated to his work. His life consists of robotics and cybernetics. People like him are one in a million, no in a billion. His talent is boundless. I look up to him. He is a man of steel. No, simply triumphant.
At that moment he looked like Hitler, making a speech in front of a crowd of thousands. Even his gestures matched. Okay, so what?
So what? You don't understand, do you?
No.
He spends all of it, you see, all of his free time in a club. All.
So disappearing just like that is unuseful for him?
Of course.
Seems like Electronic calmed down. Okay. He looked at me intently.
Are you going to wash?
Not really. Just rinse off a little. It is hot.
Me too.
He looked around.
I wish there was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with.
Yeah, I noticed already.
Then let's do this.
He walked behind washstands and pulled on one of the taps. To my surprise, its end turned up, and rather than pouring into the wash ball, the water splashed up almost 90 degrees. You could manage to wash yourself that way. That's gay. This is ultra gay. Look at this shit. Electronic escaped. Meanwhile, Electronic took off his shirt and then squatted, so it seemed like he pulled down his shorts. I couldn't really tell because the washstand was behind. He was behind, concealed him up to his waist. He directed the stream towards himself and started to sing something quietly.
Let's clean my chimney, chimney sweep.
I stood astonished, not knowing what to do. He seemed to notice it.
I'll wash myself and then you'll use it.
Gosh, I got such a massive chill. Well, you know, I just remembered that I have something to do. Gotta go.
Out of
all the eccentricities of Electronic, the moment I just saw was the weirdest one.
Hey, what's up with you? A cold shower in such a hot day is like the best thing ever.
No. That won't do. And anyway, I have to go. I understand, that was very gay. I put on my shirt quickly and ran back into the forest. I wonder what's got into him. Okay, I'm gonna take a slurp of water because I am very, 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 very thirsty.
Yes, that was very nice, very nice.
I went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment and with realization of time wasted. The canteen was crowded. I couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga Dmitrievna called me. Okay.
Semyon, come with us.
The camp leader Slavia and Electronic was sitting at the 4-seat table. I nodded and went to get my food. This time I had to spend several minutes in the queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from the other day's menus. The dishes looked the same at least. When I sat at the table and wished bon appetit to everyone, Olga Dmitrievna said,
So, what are you thinking?
About what?
We searched for Shurik all around. It's true that he's nowhere to be found.
I took a note of the rhyme but didn't want to point it out. We looked all over the camp.
I went around the neighboring forest.
Olga Dmitrievna looked at me, and I helped too.
We must call the police.
Maybe you should wait until the evening. I asked lazily. Maybe he went home.
That can't be. Shurik lived thousands of miles away.
By train.
The nearest station.
She paused.
It's far off.
Now it was getting interesting. Every time the conversation reached a point concerning ways I could leave Sovyonok, all the camp inhabitants started changing the subject. How far is far?
Really far.
The camp leader looked at me, indicating with her expression that asking more questions was not advised. So, we should go deeper into the forest. Maybe he got lost.
Shurik always takes a compass.
Chimed in Electronic. I wonder what else could be found in his magic west, assuming he has one. If I were to get lost in the forest, a compass would be of no real use.
Police. We should call the police in the evening.
Not right now, at least. Okay, so you'll do it later. They were all silent. We should be able to find him before evening. We still have time.
If he actually got lost, we have no time to lose.
We cannot be sure.
Then where he is? Then where is he? Where?
There was some truth to the camp leader's words. Hiding the whole day just like that is suspicious. Why would he do that? Shurik seemed to me to be quite a serious pioneer. Ulyana would have been a better fit for this behavior. So there is good reason to believe that he was gone. All that can be done has already been done. We'll just have to wait. Slavia, Electronic and Olga Dmitrievna looked at me sorrowfully, but didn't say a word. I finished my lunch, took the tray back and left the canteen. It's still the first half of the day. What now? This camp was drifting off for an afternoon nap. Only Genda stared at me through his glasses. Of course, he was staring somewhere else, but I had a feeling that he was constantly watching me. I bet he knows where Shurik is hiding. He just can't say anything. The disappearance of the cybernetic club leader made me think. Maybe it got something to do with my case. Oh, Pioneer? The nurse stood in front of me. I looked at her curiously. Go and take my place in the infirmary. I forgot her voice, and now this is her voice. I have an urgent call. Somebody is injured. Me? Yes, you. Take the keys. The nurse threw me the keys and ran away. Why me? Isn't there anyone else in this camp? What exactly should I be doing? What if something happens? Or what do I do now? I missed my chance to refuse. I stood in front of the door uncertainly. On the one hand, there is nothing to worry about. I'll spend half an hour or so here and she'll be back. But what if someone comes for actual help? With a broken leg or a head injury? I began to worry too much. I hope that there are no injuries, more serious than bruises and scratches in this camp. But at the same time, I could not shake the idea that in a serious situation, I would be absolutely useless. I don't even know how to perform CPR. A magazine on the nurse table caught my attention. A good way to relax, I guess. This is labeled Soviet fashion. The publication date or month were absent. However, this was not a surprise. There were much stranger things happening. I didn't know much about Soviet magazines. Maybe they actually didn't have publication dates on them. Models dressed in old-fashioned clothes stared at me for the glossy pages. Nowadays, nobody would wear such clothes. I smirked. I wonder if Slavia, for example, considered this fashionable. I can only imagine what would happen if she appeared in my time wearing something like this. Imagine we are walking hand in hand. I'm wearing my coat with the hood and she is dressed in a lavish dress covered with lace and things. Seems like I'm already matching Slavia in the world. With me. And not only Slavia. This dress better suit Ulyana. This cute sarafan would look good on Alicia. The skirt and cardigan would look nice on Lena. If only they could be real. No, I saw them. Heard them. Could even touch them. But still they are here and I simply don't belong in this place. It's alien to me. I'm just waiting for a chance to get out of here. Waiting because nothing is up to me anymore. I sighed, put my head on the table and fell asleep. I was awoken by the noise of the door opening. Lena stood at the door. The nurse isn't here? Then I'll come back later. I'm substituting for her. Since I'm responsible for Pioneer's life, I should do it with full responsibility. Although in fact I was just afraid of something bad happening because of me. Any health complaints? I tried to give Lena my most professional smile I could in order to not confuse her. Nothing special. Just a little headache. Let's do this. Some painkillers maybe? Of course, I wasn't aware where to find required medicine, so it took me a while to find them. Finally. I handed a metamosol tablet to Lena. Thanks. She smiled. That was completely unexpected and I lost touch with reality staring at her. What? Lena turned awkward in an instant. Listen, I've been wondering, do you like this? I don't know what got into me, but I grabbed that magazine from the table and showed her a picture of a skirt and a cardigan, which would really suit Lena in my opinion. Maybe I went completely nuts, thinking about all the girls being in my world. Or maybe I wanted to distract myself instead of just waiting for the nurse to come back. Lena looked at the picture. Yes, I guess. Is stuff like this in fashion? I guess. She got confused and started blushing. Why do you ask? Really, why? I think you'd look gorgeous in it. Thank you. It's alright, I'm just being completely honest. We were quiet for some time. How's your headache?
Much better, thank you.
She smiled.
I'll be off.
Good luck. Lena went out and I continued to look through the magazine. After a while, somebody knocked at the door again. Seems that the infirmary is the most popular place to go. Suddenly I decided to roleplay a nurse. Just a male version. And said, "Come in." The door opened and Uliana entered the room. Whoa, did I miss the moment when you decided to start knocking?
Anything wrong with me knocking?
She frowned. Where does it hurt?
Why on earth would I tell you? Where's the nurse?
Right in front of you. I imposingly crossed my legs and looked questioningly at her.
I'd better go. It'd be better to die than be treated by you.
She smiled mischievously. You didn't even let me try. Uliana thought for a moment.
Though you could give me some pills.
What's bothering you? It took her some time to reply.
Heavy stomach?
Sure it's not an empty head. I muttered under my breath.
What did you say?
Nothing. Give me a second. I found the pills in the first drawer a drawer opened.
Thank you, doctor.
She smiled cheerfully. Watching Uliana, I could not imagine how such an optimistic and active child could have any health problems. Overdose of stolen candies, right? Got food poisoning from the canteen? She gave me a baleful look.
No, I left everything for you.
Uliana rammed out of the infirmary and slammed the door. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Now she's mad, apparently. Again, I went back to studying Soviet fashion trends. Time passed, but the nurse was still absent. I wasn't searching for Shurik, wasn't looking for any clues concerning my situation. I was just sitting and flipping through a magazine. Just for a moment, I felt quite satisfied with the situation. So far, everything that has happened here could be seen as just a trip to a summer camp, and if nothing changes anytime soon, I can start worrying. Again, somebody knocked on the door. Did I miss the outbreak of an epidemic? Slavia was standing at the doorway.
Oh, hi. Isn't the nurse here?
Hi, no, she's not here. Okay, there's something fishy. Every time I'm thinking about finding clues, right? The world makes sure something happens that throws me out of it. I don't think he just woke up in a fucking bus and came to a normal summer camp anymore. I think there's something fishy going on. Because it's weird. It's every fucking time. Oh no, these guys are gone and they're just trying to
Make him not look for clues, boys.
Oh, hi, she's not here. I'm taking over for today.
Great. Great, I'd like...
She hesitated. Ah, she's blushing. Aw, cute girl. What?
By the way, Semyon.
It sounded fucked up when I said,
Oh, cute girl.
I'm fucked up. Slavia said and looked at me intently. What?
It seems like I lost my keys. Have you seen them anywhere?
Sure have. Yes, here, I found them near the canteen yesterday. I wanted to return them to you, but forgot about it. I was really bad at lying. My cheeks were red, my eyes were wandering around, and hands were constantly shaking. Here. I was already preparing myself for an appropriate scolding, but Slavia took the keys and said,
Thanks.
So what have you come for? I really needed to change the subject. Does anything hurt?
No, it's nothing.
Strange. I wouldn't even think that such an open person as Slavia would keep something quiet. There's probably something pretty embarrassing. If there's something bothering you, tell me. That's why I'm here, to treat people. I smiled widely.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Hearing that made anything possible, even division by 0. So how can I help you?
You? I guess you can't.
She smiled and was going to leave, but suddenly stopped.
However, could you step out for a minute?
Why not? Okay. I stepped out of the infirmary and leaned against the wall. I wonder what might What might she be doing? Something that I can't even see. After a minute, the door opened and Slavia came out. She was carrying a small bottle. Ask about the bundle. What is it?
Nothing.
She blushed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Slavia ran away. Okay, that's kind of cute, Slavia. Slavia, that's kind of cute. Are you trying to redeem yourself a little? By being a little shy, huh? Seems like I shouldn't have asked. Yeah, that's right. I looked at the time. It was getting late. I'd read the magazine backwards and forwards, but the nurse still wasn't here. Suddenly the door burst open. Alicia rushed in. She looked at me piercingly. What are you doing here? Sitting?
What are you doing here?
Sitting, I admitted honestly.
Okay then. It's even better without the nurse.
She murmured. Are you sick? I asked acidly. Alicia didn't answer, then came close to me.
Move over.
Why?
So I can open the drawer. Isn't it obvious?
What for? She got angry.
None of your business.
Well, I'm kinda in charge here. She gave it a moment of thought. Then give me some activated carbon. Stomachache?
Yeah.
She grinned sharply. I got the feeling there was something wrong here. I'm giving it to her. I want to see what's gonna happen. But you never know. What if she really has an ache? Okay. I reached into the drawer and got out a packet of the activated carbon. Thanks. She wrested it from my hand and ran away. It was 15 minutes till dinner, and the nurse still wasn't back. I guess just leaving the place like this won't do. She asked me to look after it after all, and who knows what might happen if I leave. Though who would want to steal anything from here, except from Alicia stealing activated carbon? I opened the magazine again and began flipping through it for the 9th time. The fashions of the 80s weren't that fun anymore. Yawning got me several times. It was already 6 o'clock, so dinner has already started. Of course, I had to be on the watch till the end, but my stomach seemed to have its own opinion on the matter. I stood up and steadily headed for the exit. A rustling sound came from behind the door. Could it be someone else who got poisoned, broke their arm, or something even worse? I sighed heavily and pulled the doorknob. However, there was no one out there. Seems it was just my imagination. I returned inside and instantly noticed that something had changed in the infirmary. To be precise, an apple had appeared on the table. That's fucked up weird. But where from? Fruits can't just materialize from thin air by themselves, can they? Though this camp is in this camp, anything is possible. It's right there. Look at it. Look at that apple. Look at cute little apple. Chances are someone just brought it here. Maybe Lena wanted to thank me, given that she's all shy and. But wait, how could she just slip past me like that? Lena wouldn't climb through the window after all. So there must be something else. I was suddenly overwhelmed by fear. What if this apple is poisoned? Though, why would someone complicate things when I'm here totally helpless and can be killed way more easily? Or it might be the apple which Eve tasted in the Garden of Eden. In that case, I certainly shouldn't eat it. The same second my stomach reminded me there was a rumbling thereby rumbling tradeously. However, it would take time to close the infirmary to reach the canteen to get food. My stomach is about to eat itself. There is nothing wrong, I guess. Once again, I tried to remember if this apple was here before. In the end, it must have appeared from somewhere. Maybe it got here through the window. The shutter was slightly open. So, someone must have reached it in and put it there. Nothing serious, however. It's kind of... No, don't eat the apple. It's... Whew. It's kind of nerve-wracking. No. Even assuming that this is a normal apple, in any case, I shouldn't eat unwashed fruits. Just like that. I found a reason for my fear and put the apple away. It was time to go for dinner. Okay, boys, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna end this episode here. It was really fucking great making this episode for you. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a great comment telling me about how much this apple would have killed my intestines. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.